I am so sorry for what you're about to see. Gotta watch all the movies now. Whoa. Gotta watch all the movies. Wow. Whoa. Gotta show you all the movies you ain't heard about. It's a lonely life I live, but I often doubt that what I do will even matter at all. Yeah, that's all. It's not gonna pretend I can sing, not gonna try to sing too much. That's all you get.
Even in our darkest moments, there's light where you least expect it.
And today we have... Hola mis amigos, es Encanto. Super late to the party because I didn't really feel any impetus to go see it, but I heard a song from it and it sounded catchy, and I was like, you know what? Disney, when they're not busy milking everybody for live action remakes and for fan service films, I mean, they still make original movies every now and then, right? So I was like, okay, Encanto, let's go check it out, why not? And I always thought it was better than Raya and the Last Dragon. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think they're reinventing animated films like they used to, but I thought it was still really good. Co-directed by two people. We have Brian Howard, who was most notable for Zootopia. He directed Zootopia and soon to be Zootopia 2. So, Disney animation experience plus a larger filmography before that. But also co-directed by Jared Bush, who, while helping work on Zootopia, also directed Moana. So we have Disney animation, 3D animation, musical experience, prowess. The hair will look great, the environments, the grass, it'll look great, it'll sound great, right? And yeah, pretty much. The talents, best of both worlds in this case, all comes together for Encanto. The trailer was serviceable enough where it gave me an idea of what I was looking at, and it didn't entice me to see it, but it also didn't show too much, so props there. It's a really good little animated film. It's not extraordinary, Like, there used to be Disney movies that would come out and you were like, oh my god, did you see this? Like, they're kind of still doing that. Like, when Inside came out, people were like, holy shit, Inside's changing the game. And then I'll even admit, when Soul came out, I liked Soul way more than I thought I was gonna like Soul. But now we have Encanto, and it's like, I'd watch it again. I gotta admit, there's like good songs throughout, a couple of bangers especially I'm on repeat right now. But overall, I guess the main appeal is that the music in Encanto is done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is like Hamilton. I mean, he's like one of the faces of Broadway right now, and just like music in general. So he knows his way around a tune, basically. Lending his musical talents to Encanto already elevates this above your like average Disney film. So hence why I enjoyed it way more than Raya and the Last Dragon. So like I said, music is really what it doesn't drive the film, but I think it's what helps elevate this film to a really good status for me. It makes the film and saves it honestly from breaking. I don't think I would have been nearly as invested in the plot if it didn't have the soundtrack that it does. But it also doesn't over-embellish, because some films are like, we are a musical, and every couple minutes will be more songs and more musical. There were a surprising lack of musical numbers in this, but I think with that little bit of casual restraint kind of shown, I think the movie does benefit from it. It doesn't get lost in its musical roots, but rather the music is kind of what uplifts it. And whenever there are actual like musical numbers and songs, I think it like really helps to embrace the movie and give it more of a splash. As usual, to come to expect from Disney animated films, the animation looks great, no complaints there. Nothing revolutionary, nothing where I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good, but it's just kind of what we've come to expect from a Disney animated film. They have animators that may or may not be paid well, but Disney knows how to make their movie look nice. A lot of colors, hair animation, they always like their hair animations. Voice work is great, all cast do their job, emotion is evoked, the singing sounds great, they know who to cast and how to cast them. Good job. Check down the list. Zootopia, I always have a bone to pick with it because I feel like the message is a bit preachy and a little too on the nose. The message in this film is, still kind of like there. It's about family and the foundation of family and the various runoffs from that. It's a lot to get into, but there's even literal songs about like probably the best song, the pressure. So, hence the opening shitty skit. But there's good lessons. This is a good like family film, and even me being when I went to go see it, it was just me alone in the theater, and I was like, "Is this weird? I'm not gonna make this weird. It's just gonna be me watching a movie right now." But I could tell it's like this would be a good family film because there's things that both the kids can take away from it. The adolescents, teenagers, parents, grandparents, all age ranges can there's a takeaway for everybody from this film, which is nice. It's just about not trying to put pressure on your family and about having strong foundations and supporting each other and encouraging the best parts of each other and not wanting to have so many expectations set for each other, that kind of deal. It's just the blueprints of okay, here's what a kind of toxic family dynamic is, and here's what you could do to improve that. As I said though, if we're getting into con territory, it's nothing extraordinary. It's better than I keep saying it's better than Raya. I only keep bringing Raya up because it was one of the other more recent Disney films, but it's just nothing crazy innovative or super original. It's just an animated Disney musical that has an important value, in this case a family value, with a tragic there's backstory, there's emotional moments, you get a little bit teared up, there's some killer songs. The whole soundtrack doesn't slap for me, but there are 2 songs I got on repeat, so there are some good bangers in there, and I mean it's good enough for you to know that it's good, but it just doesn't stand out of the crowd for me really. No big sense of dramatic investment or stakes. It feels like there's stakes throughout the movie, but there's stakes in the way that it's simulated stakes and stuff that's played for dramatic moments, but you kind of know that most everybody in the movie has plot armor. You kind of have an idea of where the plot's going to go. You're just not 100% sure how we're going to get there, but ultimately we're going to get to a mutually amicable solution. And the only discerning factor there of why you're watching it is you're just kind of seeing how this time around we get to that solution. It just plays things safe, basically. It's good message, good film, borderline, I would say even really good film, but it plays it safe, doesn't try anything too crazy, and for that it doesn't excel in my mind as a fantastic film. But it's good enough where I would honestly give Encanto a low 4 out of 5. A low 4 out of 5. It's up there. I recognize it for what it is. It's probably a Disney film that I'll think about every now and then and still listen to the soundtrack for, just specifically for a couple songs, but it's just, I crave some really original, I want something new. I want something different. I wish Disney still innovated back kind of how they used to, but it just has that corporate family feel. I don't know. It's hard to put into words. I think that Encanto was really good. If I haven't said it already, I love the representation. I do love that. Raya and the Last Dragon did it well. This did it well. Disney's at least trying to show more of it in both their animated and live action films. I do love cultural representation from different cultures besides my own. I love seeing it on screen, and then when the casting is also appropriate and what is shown and the culture and just the whether it's the language, which again, no subtitles whenever people were speaking Spanish, which I liked. That just kind of felt organic. It was kind of what the new West Side Story did. There's no need to just don't have to translate every single thing. You kind of just gleam everything as it's happening. But yeah, I like that as well. I always like seeing movies like this just because it's cool to kind of get a peek into these different world views. But yeah, Encanto is a good movie. I'd say it's a really good movie, good for the family, or if you just want to watch it, if you're just kind of feeling I want to see a good animated film right now, and also maybe a musical one, and some songs you can memorize that are really catchy later, then yeah, go for it. I feel like this is more of a stream it at home on Disney Plus with the family type of one, just for a night in or whatever. That seems more appropriate. I don't see any reason to go see this in IMAX or on the big silver screen. This is coming from the theater purist. I would say it's worth just streaming. I'll leave it at that. I wanted to review it because I was you know what? I got to benefit of the doubt. I got to at least start going to see something Disney out there and doing some type of review. So that's all I got to say. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and that's my review for Encanto. So thank you very much. Have a good night, and goodbye, travelers.